Good morning, all. This is Mrs. Blunt. It is about 8:38 on 11/5/2017. It's a Sunday. I wanted to send a video for you guys to explain to you exactly my conclusion after listening to your concerns about your discussion board modules 4 and 6, and how it was a discrepancy in the calendar on Canvas versus the course schedule. Now, I will say that the course schedule, the syllabus tab, and the discussion board assignments all have been available to you from the beginning of this course. So you have had your due dates from your initial discussion board, and for your responses available for you. However, I could see how it could be confusing because the Canvas calendar only gives you the end due date for the total assignment. Again, there's nothing that I can do about Canvas only giving you the end due date, which is your due date for your responses, not your due date for your initial posts. I've spoken with them several times, and that's not something that the learning modality can do at this time. So I wanted to take this time out to get everybody on track. Again, we spoke on conference on the 3rd. And I hope that everything was clarified with that, and you guys know to go to your course schedule to see your initial post due date, as well as go to your assignment for discussion board. It says when your initial response is due versus your responses to your peers. So you guys can be more interactive on your discussion board, and there will not be zeros given for your discussion, which shouldn't. And so to clear up this confusion, I wanted to make this video, and I wanted you guys to see exactly, number one, where you go to find your course schedule again, and as well as I want you to see exactly what I did with module 4 and 6. The other thing that I want you guys to make sure you pay close attention to is turning your assignments in on time, as well as APA format on your submission of your initial discussion board, as well as your responses. So we're going to review that too. So we got a couple of things to review. I hope you're watching this video and you understand that this is just clearing up some things that have happened in the past, and the expectations moving forward is that you submit your initial post by 2359 on that date of the course schedule, as well as your responses on the date that's specified on the course schedule. If you do not do that, if you do not submit your initial post, then that warrants a 0 for the entire assignment, okay? And Mr. Michael will be giving you an attestation form so you can have clarity on understanding how discussion board works. You're going to sign that and submit that back to him, or you can download it from home and submit it back to me by the 7th of November. So let me go into this. First, this is your home page. So if you click on your syllabus tab, if you click on the following documents, it'll show you what's going on with your course. So welcome to medical terminology, HPRS 1106 documentation is actually your course schedule. If you click on that, it will bring up your course schedule, and it will identify those things that I've been saying all along. When your initial post was due, when your responses is due. So you see that? It says course schedule. You go all the way down, and it says module assignments, initial post. You see those dates? That's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be submitting those initial posts due according to your course schedule due dates, as well as your responses according to your course schedule due dates. So I want you guys to make sure you print this out, so you'll have this. The other thing I wanted to show you, we're still on this course syllabus tab. If you scroll all the way down, it's the same exact thing. It says course schedule. So it gives you the same exact due dates, okay? This is just copied and paste from your Word document. So this information is available to you. If I click on modules, so if I scroll down to my modules, and let's click on module 4. If you click on module 4, content, activities, and assignments, click on that. So it'll tell you your resource that you're supposed to be using, as well as the chapters that's going to be reviewed in this module. So your module 4 is actually reviewing chapter 5. Your activities that are due for this module is your chapter 5 workbook, and then you're supposed to do your module 4 quiz, which reviews chapter 5. Okay? So the other thing that I wanted to go to is the announcement that I post. I posted it this morning, early this morning. The announcement reads, I have decided to remove Module 4 and 6 discussion board from the 20% of your discussion board grade, which makes the assignment not graded. I've decided to do this because of the confusion with the Canvas calendar. However, please note you did have the following directions correctly. As of 11/4/17, all discussion board due dates and rubric guidelines should be clarified for everyone. There should be no confusion on due dates or course guidelines. If you do not submit your initial post on time according to the course schedule, the discussion board grade will be a 0. Moving forward, all students must follow the course schedule, syllabus tab, and discussion board assignment due dates. I have placed right here the discussion board attestation form, saying that you understand this and you have read this information that's been given to you. The expectation is that this is uploaded. So you download it, you sign it, and you upload it back to the assignment page that's available for you for discussion board attestation form. Or Mr. Michael is going to give this to you the day of your test next week, which is the 7th. And that needs to be signed and dated. I'm also going to take this overview and put this overview on this announcement for you, so you can watch this as well, so you can watch what's going on and you can maneuver through your course. So what I was talking about with taking your, and I want you guys to understand this, taking your assignments. So these are your assignments in this course. You have forms and surveys, you have discussion boards, you have exams, you have homework, okay, and quizzes. So I have decided to move modules 4 and 6, skeletal system and neurological disease, to, you see this percentage in the corner, 0% of your total grade, to forms and surveys, which means that these two modules will not be a part of your total grade for your grade book. So these two modules are not graded at this time. And they will not be graded because of all of the confusion. I wanted to give us a brand new start so I could see your true dedication and your true commitment and work to this course. So I hope everybody understands that. So if you scroll down, discussion board is actually worth 20% of your grade. If I were to be grading this, discussion board 4 and 6 would actually be in this column, but I'm not grading it, so it's in a 0% of your total grade. So it's not a part of your total grade at this time. The reason why I chose to do that, again, is because of the confusion with Canvas Calendar, and I expect that you guys now follow your course schedule, your syllabus tab, as well as your discussion board assignments on when your initial post is due, as well as when your responses are due. As well, I felt like you guys still needed a little assistance when it came down to being a little bit more competent on submitting discussion boards. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to also go back to my announcement. So going to the announcement with the discussion board example. So I'm going all the way down. And I give you an example of a discussion board. A lot of you guys, again, are still not doing this. You are not rereading what you are writing, and so a lot of it is abbreviations that are used with text messages. I have a lot of grammatical errors and punctuational errors. I don't have the proper APA format. So you see, according to Fraud, our personalities are composed to the id, ego, and superego. And it says Feast and Feast 2009. So this is actually in text citation. If you get information from any type of literature or resource, know that you're not making this up on your own. Know that this came from somebody, so you always have to give them credit. So what you would do is take the author's last names. If it's 1 or 2, take the author's last names and put the date of publication inside of the text. And this is called in-text citation, you need to utilize that. If you decide to use a quote from the literature, then you must utilize quotation marks, and you must put the page number. So this is a great example for how you need to submit an initial post, as well as here's your reference down here. Also, this is a good example of, how you need to respond back to your peers. You guys are not responding effectively. All you're saying is, this is a great article. It really gave me insight. Well, how did it give you insight? And then what other literature can you utilize to give more insight to that point? So you need to actually be going and having a resource, whether it's literature or a website or article, to back up your statement on your response for your peers. As well as you need to make sure that if I respond to you or ask you a question, you're responding to me. And I will always expect you to support your response. How do you know this information? So this is the whole point of this. You want to start utilizing evidence-based practice and not the information off the top of your head. There's always a person that has came up with this information, and you want to give them credit. So for your initial discussion, you should have in-text citation and references. For your peer responses, you should have in-text citation and references. And I also did this on you guys' post when I responded to you. I did in-text citation as well as a reference. So you need to do that to get all of your points for APA format. Also on your discussion board rubric, it says that you're you are responsible for applying to 2 of your peers. If you reply to more than 2 of your peers, you can get more points. Okay, so that I want you to go back and look at your discussion board rubric, because your discussion board rubric actually gives you a lot of information on what you need to be following. So let me pull up your discussion board rubric. People say where it is. Okay, go under discussion board, and you see this discussion board rubric 20 points DNI revised document. You click on that. And here's your discussion board rubric. It pops up for you. Look at the top of the discussion board rubric. Initial posts are due time stamp by 11:59 Central Time Thursday. So this already gives you when your initial post is due. Okay. So you want to scroll down and you want to read all of these things. How can I get all of my points? How can I get A points? How can I get A points? How can I get 100 on this? This tells you exactly how to do this. Utilize this as a resource for yourself. So again, I just wanted to clarify this for you. I understand there was a lot of frustration going on with understanding how to do discussion board. I initially talked about this in orientation, and I know a lot of you guys were not on orientation. So I'm giving us a second chance to make sure that we are doing our assignments appropriately, submitting our assignments on time. And we're learning from this experience, as well as we're learning the information we need to carry over into our next courses. If you have any questions, you are more than welcome to email me at jblunt@dni.edu, or you can email me on Canvas as well. But the other thing I wanted to tell you is please check your announcements. If you don't check your announcements on a daily basis, you're going to miss out on this course and you're not going to understand what's going on. So I really hope you guys are taking some time out to review your announcements. Email me if you have any questions, and we can move forward from here. So you got your next discussion boards coming up, and I expect you to use your course schedule to look at your course schedule to see when they're due, as well as your quizzes coming up. Okay. I hope you guys have a great Sunday, and you're preparing for your exam on Tuesday. Again, I gave you information about your exam on your announcements. Please read over that. You can do this. You will not get your score right away on exam 1 because I have to analyze the test. So I have 24 to 72 hours to post your grades. Okay. All right. Have a good Sunday.